Hey there, my name is Jason Parks, owner of The Media Captain. Today I'm going to talk about what to do with your websites and your web properties after a merger or an acquisition takes place. This is an absolutely crucial move during the merger and acquisition process because you want to make sure that you're making the right move from an SEO perspective. SEO, of course, is how well you're going to rank on Google. I've seen too many times where businesses, if company A acquires company B, automatically they decide to, redirect company B into company A, and that's not always the right move, all right? So I'm just gonna show a brief example of a client that we worked with in a merger and acquisition process and how we laid out the strategy, and just a quick bullet point list for you to follow. Okay, so company A was a tent company based out of Columbus, tents for weddings, event rentals, that sort of thing. They acquired a tent company out of Cincinnati. So that is company B. In this instance, you have to ask yourself, will the two sites compete? Will company A compete with company B? In this instance, the answer is no, because people are searching, it's two different markets. You have tents in Columbus, tents in Cincinnati, so they're not competing with each other for the same search result. That's really important. If the company you acquire, let's say, was in Columbus, it might not be kosher to have two sites competing for the same keywords in the same market, because technically that's against Google's guidelines. The other thing to think of when you're acquiring a company is it's a big move because you're bolstering the power of your site when you conduct a redirect. So in company A, you can see domain authority is a 42. Domain authority is on a scale of 1 to 100, and it measures the power of your website. So before deciding between if you're going to redirect company B into company A, you want to look into the domain authority and analyze that. If the company you've acquired has a stronger domain authority, it might not be the right move to merge it into, it just might not make sense if they have a higher domain authority and you've analyzed the rankings and company B ranks so much better than you do for all, your primary keywords or primary products. So just make sure that you analyze both of those items. The other thing you want to take into consideration is brand recognition. So in this example, for the tent company that they acquired in Cincinnati, the Cincinnati company has been around for 50 years. They had solid brand recognition. Don't just make that redirect right away. You might want to keep the site live, which is what we recommended to them. They're going to keep the site live for at least a year, A, because it's not competing for the same term, and B, they don't want all of these past customers to just get suddenly confused. Lastly, you want to create the redirect strategy. In this instance, when it's time to merge company B into company A, the strategy will go where site B goes into site A, just because this is the parent company. It has a stronger domain authority. So you just want to make sure that you're taking the right route there. When it comes to mergers and acquisitions and doing redirects, everybody has a different scenario, so you want to make sure that you consult an expert on that. Feel free to reach out to us at The Media Captain if you have any questions. But hopefully this just gives you a little bit of a checklist to follow through before making that decision. Right when you acquire the company, don't conduct the redirect right away. Make sure that you've consulted with an expert on that.